be taking my range of motion measurements on the stuffed animal here. I'm pretending that it is a 6-month-old baby, and I found some range of motion measurements in the FGAN text. So first is dorsiflexion. I would have the baby's ankle just right at the edge of the table. I would have the goniometer axis at the lateral malleolus, one arm up the 5th metatarsal, and then the other arm up the shaft of the lower leg. And starting at neutral, I would just go up and back down, measuring that angle there. And 50 degrees should be normal for dorsiflexion. Next is popliteal angle. So in the same position, we're going to start at 90-90, hip 90, knee 90 degrees. I would have the goniometer on the condyle, down the shaft of the femur, and then down the tibia to the malleolus. And starting in this position, I would try to strengthen the leg straight up. And then the angle would be the small angle from here to probably here, where it would be the monkey has 0 degrees. But next would be hip external rotation. Again, same position, 90-90. External rotation is where the foot would go out, and internal is where the foot would go in. For external rotation, the axis would be at the knee. One of the goniometer's arms would be down the leg, and then the other one would kind of just like be across the pelvis here, like risen up, but so that the goniometer is resting on the knee. And like I said, to measure external rotation, the foot is actually going to go in, and that would be around 80 degrees. That would be normal for a 6-month-old. And then internal rotation is where the foot would go out, and 40 degrees would be normal. Next is hip abduction, and again, we're in supine. If I had a goniometer, I would have it the axis over the side I was measuring on the ASIS. And then the stationary arm would be going across right underneath the belly button towards the other ASIS. And then the moving arm is going to be down the shaft of the femur here. And so all I would do is just move the leg out and back in. And something around 60 degrees would be normal for a 6-month-old infant. Next is hip extension, and that we would do in side lying. So rolling the monkey onto its side here. I'd have to make sure to stabilize the pelvis down here, and I would lift the little leg up, go back, and because they're only 6 months old, they probably wouldn't have very much extension, maybe only like 2 to 3 degrees. My ASIS would be on the greater trochanter, stationary arm up the torso, and then the moving arm would go with the femur. Next is thigh foot angle, and that would be measured in prone. So we're going to move our baby in prone. Okay. So thigh foot angle. This one we're going to be in prone. We're going to bend the knee up to 90, and then the foot in like a neutral position here. I would have the axis of the goniometer on the heel, and then one side would be like going up, bisecting the leg, and then the other would be like bisecting the foot. And you could see if there was any internal or external rotation here. 0 degrees I would probably say is normal, maybe like 5 degrees, and either way probably wouldn't be an issue for concern either. And then in prone position, we could also do hip internal rotation. And so for this one, I'm just gonna move my table so I could stay in camera here. And then I would also have their knee bent up to 90 with the knee off at the edge of the table here. I would have the axis of the goniometer at the knee, the stationary arm just going straight down, and then the moving arm going straight up with the leg. And internal rotation is where you would drop the foot outwards.